Okay, so you've watched my videos, you've seen what I've spoken about how to study in the United States, the process to go through. You've seen my apartment tour, and then now you are thinking, okay, I want to go and study in the US like we see live. But do you know how much it costs to actually go through this process? This is the reason why I'm doing this video today for you, so that you can know all the cost involved in moving from your country, wherever you are, to move to the United States of America to study on an F1 visa. So if you are new here or you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel and like this video. Okay, thank you very much for sticking. And so in this video, I'm going to tell you once again about the cost involved in moving from your country to study in the United States as an international. I'm going to use my personal experience first and foremost to give you a hindsight or a foresight of what it feels like or how it feels like financially to move to the United States as an F1 visa. So I have these points that I've written down. These are the estimates that I did during my time moving from Ghana to come and study in the United States of America. So please, this is not the final value. It may depend from state to state, it may depend from school to school, and it may depend on your exchange rate and everything. But everything I calculated here is in the US dollars, so you can do your own exchange according to the current exchange rate in your country. So this is the first point that you should know, the first thing that you have to be thinking about whilst you are thinking of studying in the United States of America, and that is the application fees. So most of the schools in the United States don't give out free applications, even though some of them may waive the application fee for you. Some also, charge application fees that you must pay before you can submit your application for consideration to be admitted as a student in the school. So most of these schools, the application fee rates between $30 to $150. I know some schools charge very, very high, especially the Ivy League schools. Some of them may charge you as much as $100, $120, or $150. So please, when you are searching for the schools, make sure for these things before you go ahead to start your application. I know some people start the applications and then when they get to the end, they realize that they have to put in or pay some application fees, and then all the efforts that you put in will be in vain because you don't have the money to do this. If you don't have the money to pay for application fees, one of the things that you can do is to look out for application fee waivers. And these ones, I spoke about some of them in my previous video on how to study in the US as an international student. Some of the schools may organize webinars for people who are interested in studying there, and through that they will give you an application fee waiver. Some of them as well, you have to write to them that you are from so and so background, and so you don't have the means to be able to pay the admission fee or the application fee, so they should waive it for you. Some of them may waive it, some of them may not waive it. It may depend. Some of the schools may actually waive it for you, some of them may decline it. So in all, we have over thousands of schools in the United States, and definitely you may get one or two schools that would offer the course that you want to study, and then also be able to offer your application fee waivers. But without that, you have to budget that you are going to pay between $30 to $150 for only application fees. The second one is also very dependent on the school that you may be applying to. That is the WES evaluation fees. So some of the schools would want your degree transcript or your WASSCE grade or your high school certificate to be evaluated by these external bodies in the United States, and that is what may help you get admitted into the school. Some of them, without it, they will not even consider your application at all. And I mostly advise people, especially people with HND and other degrees, that it is best if you get your certificate to be evaluated by the WES service, so that they can help you, increase your chances of getting admitted and also getting funded. So their fees, as at the time I was doing this video, ranged between $163 to $208. I think there are some other fees that you may have to consider, sending it through DHL, sending your documents through DHL and other stuff, but then this is what they charge. So this is something that you have to also consider when you're applying to certain schools. When you are going through the application process, please make sure that you look out for all these things I'm talking about, because it will be very difficult for you or painful for you to go through all the processes and then get to the end and will not be able to tender in your application because of one or two of these issues. So please try as much as possible to look out for these pointers before you go. Some of the schools may require you to put in a deposit of the fees that you are going to pay for the semester. So if you've been admitted, and this mostly goes to, I think, the undergraduate students, most of the schools would ask you to make a deposit before your I-20 can be released, and then you can go ahead with your visa application processes. So you have to put in mind that it depends, the fee may depend on your school. Some of them may ask for $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 before they release your I-20 for you to go ahead with your visa application process. So please look out for these as well when you are applying to schools. And then the fourth one will be your visa fee. The USA charges a non-immigrant visa fee to every student who wants to travel to the country to study. This fee is currently $160. I don't know whether there's going to be an increment as at the time that you are watching this video, or there's going to be a decrement as at the time that you are watching this video, but I know that the current rate stands at $160, and this is what you have to pay before you can attend a visa interview. So please put in mind that this is an amount you'll be paying on your own. Don't think that your school said they've given you a fully funded scholarship and so you are going to get everything for free, including your visa fee being paid. That is very, very, very not common. So please prepare your pocket for this amount whilst you are applying for the schools. And then the fourth or the fifth one, I think the fifth one is going to be the service fee. Service is an acronym for Student and Exchange Visitor Information System. So this system is what has all your details as an international student in the United States of America. That is where your I-20 is being generated from. So to be able to go ahead with your visa processing, you have to pay this fee, which is a huge $350. $350. So I mean, coming to the United States as a student to come and study is not an easy thing, even if you get a fully funded scholarship from whatever school that you are going to. These are some of the things that you have to be, budgeting for, and these are some of the things that you pay for. So please don't think it's just a simple thing that you would be doing. So service fee is $350. And then the next one is, fortunately, or God being so good, you've been able to pay your visa fee, you've paid your service fee, you've gone for your visa interview, and your visa has been approved. Congratulations. But that's not all, because you now have to buy your flight ticket. Once again, most of the schools in the US will not give you any scholarship that will cover your round trip ticket, or even if it's one way. So that is also on you. That is going to be your responsibility. So it depends on the state that you are going to, it depends on the city you are going to, but I know that definitely around $700 or $800 upward is what is going to cost you for an air ticket from wherever you are. Okay, wait, from Africa or from Ghana, it can cost you from $700 and above. You may come from Europe, Asia, or anywhere. It may vary as well, but you have to budget for your round air ticket. So as you are applying for the schools, be checking out for flight tickets and be monitoring it, because it can become one of the headaches when you get your visa. And then the third or the final one that I want to speak about, these processes or these fees are what you pay before you get to the USA. When you get to the USA, the things you have to do, the things you have to pay for, that will be in a separate video that will be titled "The Cost of Living in the USA for an International Student." But these ones are all cost of moving to the USA as a student. So the final one that I'll speak about is housing deposit. I mean, some of the landlords here or some of the schools, even if you are going into a student apartment, may ask you to put in a deposit before they can give you a lease to come in and sign. Most of the time, I advise my friends that this one or these housing deposits most of the times are not advisable. Of course, if you are going into a student apartment which is being run by the school, then you are perfectly safe. But if you are going into a private apartment off campus, then it is better you come in and go and tour the place before you make a deposit or whatever thing that you want to do before you can move into the apartment. But whilst you are still in your country, whilst you are still in Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, don't make any deposit to any landlord before you get here, because you have to see the place for yourself, check whether you like it or not before you make the payment, because sometimes what you saw is not what you are going to see. So please try as much as possible to avoid housing deposit. But sometimes if you are going into a student apartment or student accommodation on campus which is being run by the school, then for that I can tell you that it's mostly safe, and then you can make your deposit if you like the place. So that will be my advice for you on that. So thank you very much for watching this video. I wanted to make a total for all of you, but for now I cannot do it because it may depend on what you are where you are going to, what you want to do, and how you are going to do it. So you can just take a cue from the figures I've given you and start preparing your pocket, because studying in the USA is a very good thing, a very important thing, or a very appealing thing that you can get, but it is not on a silver platter. So please try as much as possible to prepare yourself for these things before you come to the USA. Thank you very much for watching this video. My name once again is Kwesi Live. If you've not liked the video yet, please drop a like on the video, drop a comment on what you think I should do next or what video you think I should talk about next, and then I will do that for you. Thank you once again for doing the watching, and then if you've not subscribed, please try as much as possible to subscribe to my channel so that we can grow together as a family. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.